I'm ready.
Hold on, let me. Who's that attack on me?
Aero, daddy! Aero! I want to eat you out,
Hey,
Aero!
and plus you gotta
Nigga, what the fuck?
That was kind of odd. That was kind
Hey,
of
Aero,
odd.
go to bed. Stop screaming Aero.
That was kind of
Cool
odd.
down, man. You can't keep screaming Aero.
Stuck on you. Is that right here? There's no Aero here.
Where did Happy go?
Daddy Aero.
Niggas, be quiet.
Where's Happy?
Wait, where's Aero? What? I don't see Aero.
Attack on
Where's Aero?
Titan mid.
Where's
I
Happy?
feel like Naruto.
Bro, Haru's the best waifu, bro.
Bro, I've been scoring.
I think Happy's like deafened. Somebody needs to message him.
Adam
in general.
Everyone ping Happy in general.
Shut up, Negro.
Just everyone ping him.
You're gonna
Just
get
everyone.
Happy's gonna
spam ping.
lose no matter what, though.
Nah, Happy.
Yeah.
Aero's gonna
Nah,
really
Arrow's
gotta put him down
losing.
like this?
Damn.
You really gotta put him down like this? That's
Oh,
tough.
wait.
Everyone's
The B stars, bro.
wakey wakey. It's time for school. Holy shit. Look what I started. Look what I started.
The Lord cause even so you happy. Right?
I went to feed off and they still haven't started.
That's too many questions.
Damn. R.I.P. Happy.
Now you niggas doing too much, bro. He's already got it.
Happy.
Happy, are you ready?
Alright, so now I got you. Can stop now. You
Yo,
can stop.
Yo, the server's gonna crash.
Can you mute yourself if you're not Aero?
Yeah, Happy, are you ready?
Ready, man? Are you ready?
Yep. What topic do you want to do?
I'm gonna start serving you in niggas, bro. Everybody shut up.
Jiggly dick.
Alright, Happy, what topic do you want to do?
shut up.
Alright, everyone,
Alright. I'm just gonna make sure our judge is here.
Aero's trash.
Alright.
Niglet.
Hey, make it where members can't talk. Remove that.
Yogi Bear's on here.
We love you, Happy.
Damn, bro, you better win this.
I thought you meant the actual
Happy.
R.I.P.
I
Happy.
really don't care. I'm just here for the debate and the entertainment.
Happy, don't lose.
Bro, win. Aero.
Happy.
Yo, the server's getting laggy.
At least it's not you, man.
Hey, Reggie, remove talking from members.
Happy, look better than you.
Remove talking from everybody.
Presidential debate round 2.
Alright, Happy, do you want to decide the topic while you look for our judge?
So we started debating solar system Naruto characters. So let's just continue off from where we started.
Nah, I don't want to. This is a new debate. Choose a new topic. Do you still keep the stance that Naruto's Moon Plus level?
Wait, so you're dropping your stance on that, or
dropping the debate's over? That was days ago, Happy.
We never actually finished the debate, let alone start.
I don't care to finish it. It was over. It was judged. Actually, it was judged as the two of us both just not finishing the debate. That was the result of the debate. So do you want to? Can we choose a new debate, or just come here for no reason?
Well, it would make more sense to finish the debate, right?
I don't want to go off of that debate. I made those points days ago. Why would I want to continue off shit I said days ago? What are you talking about? If you're confident in your stance, just take the same stance. And I'll take my stance that I don't think...
I can use the exact same logic against you. You challenged me to debate solar system, and you said no.
Oh, what are you talking about, bro?
Just
like,
now.
Me and you, I didn't... When did I... Okay, show me any message that I sent you where I said, let us debate Moon level plus versus solar system again. Show me a single message, because you're not going to keep lying on me, Happy.
How am I lying?
Because you just said to me that I just challenged you on solar system plus for this debate.
Do you remember the first time we started debating?
I need you to stop.
Do you remember the first time we started debating?
Stop over talking me. I need you to stop over talking. I just told you that you said in this debate, this one. We're not on that debate. That debate was judged. That debate's been over with for days. So we can, if you say you can beat me with the same logic, that's completely fine. Then take the Moon level plus stance. I'm in the middle of a sentence. Do you think that you can speak when in the middle of a sentence?
Well, can I speak?
I'm speaking. So that means no, you cannot speak, Happy. I thought I told you about this before. So what I'm saying is the claim that you just made that the thing that we're debating now is on solar system Naruto, that was not true. Do you understand? You can speak now.
Are you done?
Yeah, you can speak now.
All right. So again, the last time we went to debate, you said, "Who's going to challenge me on solar system Naruto characters?" And that's where we started. And you're saying now that if you have a stance, you should be able to hold on to it. So why can't you hold on to that stance? Or are you too scared?
Okay, so I want you to listen to me very carefully, Happy. I want you to listen to me very carefully, Happy. The thing that you said was that you can use the same stance. Nigga, I did not say that. You said that. I repeated back what you said. I don't have to defend shit because that debate is over. Because that debate was and let me say this to all the niggas dick riding this nigga Happy. It was a 2v1 debate. This nigga Happy didn't even challenge me himself. Another nigga challenged me and asked to have Happy as his partner. It was a 2v1 debate. Is your partner here, Happy?
I'm not sure actually.
All right, look in chat if he's here. Because if he's not here, we can't even continue it. Because the other
I
nigga's
offered
not
to help
here.
him out. So that's a bit. The way you're talking about it just makes it sound like you're super arrogant.
How? How am I? Tell me how that went then. Give me your recollection.
So he said, "Can I get Happy to debate instead?" And
That's
then
not
you
what
ended
he
up just
said.
crying for about 40 minutes.
That's not
So
what he
I just
said.
left.
I can actually go to the debate, the server that we debated in. It wasn't Happy instead. So do you want to rectify your story and make me not show the screenshot of you lying, or do I have to go get it?
Go get it and tell me what the debate was about, and we can rectify if you were talking about solar system.
I'm gonna mute myself till then. I'll be right back, King.
Are we just debating the debate at this point?
Arrow be having like.
No, he's just playing games. He doesn't want to debate. He's just playing
He
games.
finna smack you. He finna.
He's just playing games.
Yo, stop talking shit.
Why
Everyone, stop talking shit.
Bitch niggas. Bro, why are you guys fucking comparing?
Yo, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. You guys start. Nah, shut up. Shut up.
Happy's already fucking ducking.
Let's stay impartial, guys. Let's stay impartial, my niggas. Let's stay impartial. Okay.
Facts.
Okay, so chill out. Talk shit about Arrow one more time. I'm starting to pack. I don't even care where I'm at, bro. Just talk shit.
Bro, if one person says anything bad about Arrow, he'll fucking. Oh my god.
Nobody
asked your fucking
opinion, nigga.
Dumbass.
Isn't that nigga like 5 years old? Who's that?
Jutsu.
Yo,
Bro, can y'all stop talking shit? Can we stop talking shit for once? Like, let's just chill out, alright? Like, it's not that serious.
Alright, I'm about to go post it in
Happy
scans.
Happy's gonna lose. Happy.
Everybody go look in scans.
Happy, no more ducking.
Everybody go look in scans. Actually, scans too. There's the screenshot where it has both of these niggas' names. Happy and Non-Storm on TikTok is his teammate. But the moment the debate started, he stopped talking. So,
So it was a 1v1.
Wait. Don't interrupt me while I'm speaking. Don't interrupt me while I'm talking. Don't
I'll let you speak, King.
say that the guy said, I'm going to have Happy debate instead, when it was actually, he said he wanted you as his partner. Why'd you just lie?
TikTok is his teammate, but he went hush mode the entire time. So how's that a 2v1?
Shut
Can you explain that to me?
Fuck you.
The recollection.
Hey, shut up.
The recollection.
Shut the fuck up, kid.
The recollection that you gave was that the man said, I'm going to have Happy debate instead. Is that, or is that not what you said?
Oh, Arrow, I was his teammate.
I'm aware.
Happy's fat as fuck. And the reason why I got Happy is because, like, I was just not gonna talk to them.
So you plan to have it be a 2v1. You asked him to be your
I
teammate,
planned it to be a
correct?
1v1, actually. If
And you said it was a 2v1.
I believe I can show proof of me saying, should I
Okay,
speak or not.
okay, look, I have the screenshot. I have the scan of the announcement.
Yeah,
Where you
you
said,
should. Yeah.
like, right. So you did
That
say
might have
you're
been
gonna be
buried.
my teammate.
Yeah, and then I just didn't talk.
Okay, so the
I
thing
wanted
that you
this to be a
said is
1v1.
go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Well, no. The whole point of me saying that was because I wanted you guys to 1v1, and I wanted to see what you would say against Happy in that debate. That's why I said a 1v2, and then that's why I challenged you so then I could have Happy as my teammate, and he basically 1v1 you. Because I wasn't gonna step in at all. If you like listen to me, I didn't talk one bit. Like I ain't talk shit.
Okay. So, but you didn't say I'm gonna have Happy instead. That's not what you said.
I believe you can go and chat. Ask like, oh no, I asked if I should talk.
I don't have to ask
Why you
anybody.
guys
I have the
spurred it.
screenshot of what was said, and you just said that you
What
said you're
chat
gonna
is
have
this
Happy
in?
Beer. It's in scans too. And you just said your recollection, and tell me if I'm misquoting you. You said that you you challenged me and chose Happy as your teammate. That's what you said, right?
Yeah, that's why I helped him out.
Okay, so then Happy, why did you say that he did not say that? Why did you say he said something different?
Because you said that it was a 2v1. That means that he was actually helping the entire time,
That's
which is
not
not
what
true.
it means.
Yeah, well, you've overinflated what you said.
No, I didn't.
Yes,
What are
you
you
did.
talking about?
You said it was a 2v1.
Let's say a 2v1 is Obi-Wan and Anakin versus Dooku. Obi-Wan gets knocked out of the fight in the first couple. He barely does anything. He gets instantly does nothing. He has no contribution. And Anakin fights him the whole time. The video is still going to be a 2v1.
He made it clear his intentions was just to set us up so we could debate. That was it.
I'm asking you so nicely.
Why are you trying to change it for him? He said it himself.
I'm asking you so nicely to not talk when I'm talking. That's all I want. Can you do that for me? Okay, thank you. So like I was saying before you interrupted me, the thing that you said, the words that you said came out of his mouth are not the words that came out of his mouth. So you lied. I need you to get down to the core of the question. Why did you just lie to these niggas in VC, Happy? Tell me why you lied.
How is that lying?
You said he said something he did not say. That's a lie. You did not tell the truth.
Neither did you.
Yes, I did tell the truth. I said it was a 2v1. Mate.
Yeah, but did you explain the entire situation after that?
Yes, I did.
No.
I literally did. I even sent the screen. That's a lie. That's a lie again. That's a lie again. I sent the screenshot and it says that the nigga was on hush mode the whole time. I even said that he did not say a word. I even let the nigga say multiple times that he didn't say a word. I never contested that. I did not lie once. You're the only one who lied.
Did you also explain that you literally just swore at everyone for like 40 minutes straight? Did you explain that as well?
Yes, I did. Yes, I said
so
that.
That's why there wasn't really a 2v1. We didn't actually debate.
Okay, so we never debated? So how can we
debated anything? We literally established.
Okay,
we tried to establish what our
debate.
points were. We tried to establish what the premises were, but you can't really count that if we never actually listened to each other's points.
Okay, so you're saying we never debated?
That's not what I'm saying. I literally said...
That's what you just said. You just said we never debated.
We went to start debating, but we never actually got to because it turned into something else.
Okay, so Happy. If we never got to debate, then we never debated, right? Yes or no? Did we start or did we not start? It's such a simple question.
Well, based on the judgment, no, we never finished it. It even says in your screenshot.
So yes, we debated.
In your own screenshot, it said it was like a civil,
right. So
so it doesn't count.
Happy. So what was it? Did we not debate or did we debate? I'm just asking you to pick one.
So if you want to be specific, it was more just you roasting and crying for 40 minutes.
So we didn't debate. Is that what you're saying?
That's what you're saying.
Bro, I'm not saying. I'm asking you a question.
Answer the
asking you.
question,
Yes or,
retard.
okay, Happy. Yes or no? Did we debate? Just yes or no. Just yes or no.
How about you answer the question? Do you want to debate or not?
Bro, just you. You're saying that we're gonna continue on a debate we had previously. Now you're telling me that
you brought all these people here just to cry again.
Happy. I'm trying to have a conversation.
And I'm trying to debate you on the same topic. You said you
Why
had
do
a
you
stance for
keep
solar
talking
system.
when I'm talking?
And now
Why do you
you've
keep
dropped
talking
it.
when I'm
You're scared to
talking?
debate on that topic, and you don't want to debate it again. And you're trying to avoid it like you have every other time. And you claim that I'm ducking.
Stop interrupting Aero.
Shut up.
So can I speak? Are you gonna keep interrupting me, bro?
You shut up.
Like, you're saying all those times that I spurred and yelled and did this, that, and the other. Now I'm trying to have a civil conversation with you. Do you want to have a
But you
civil
were just
conversation,
cursing.
or are you gonna? I was not. That wasn't me talking, bro.
This bro, go on fucking.
I literally just was not talking. That was Happy. That was Happy doing all that cursing and yelling. I was quiet. That's how I know y'all are biased. Just relax. So Happy, do you want to genuinely have a conversation with me? Like, do you want to? Because the whole reason this started.
I'm not here for a conversation. We're here for a debate, right?
Okay. Then let's debate. Let's settle a topic. If you're just gonna say I'm scared to do the solar system topic, sure. You want to say that? Will that get you clout? Will that get all the niggas in your comment section? Because what I want to debate is you said that Naruto is Moon Plus level. I disagree. I think he's higher. Do you disagree with my premise, or do you agree with my premise? Because if you disagree, we can start right now.
And I also heard that you stated that you think it's solar system, and I disagree with that.
I've changed my mind since then. I've changed my mind since then. Do you disagree with him being
what
above
if I
Moon
change
Plus
my
level?
mind and I think that they're planetary? What do you think about that? Do you agree?
Then we agree. Actually, I disagree. I think they're small planet.
Yeah, I think that they can be like small planetary or moon level.
Okay.
Which
I
is
think they're
very similar.
planetary.
It's very
Okay,
similar.
I think they're planetary.
But I'll be honest, if I had to pick a stance just to be like what I believe, it would be small planetary.
Okay, I choose planetary. I think they're higher than small planet. I think they're planetary. You want to debate that? Actually, let me be more specific. Let me make this as easy as possible for you. I think that they're above planetary, and you think
they're
that
planetary
they're
then?
small. Sure, absolutely. You want to take that?
Sure, let's do that. I'll go planetary, and then you can go whatever else you want to try get them.
Sure, absolutely.
Okay.
Are you ready? Why do you think that they're planetary?
All right, so I'll start. Do we have any judges here? We don't. Hey. So we're just gonna send the wait. Two things. I just want to make sure that. Okay. Who said
all
that?
right with that arrow?
What was the question? Someone just spoke to me.
Oh, it's me. It's Infamous.
We don't have many judges here because Darkstar is not here. Demi is Demi here?
I can record it, show it to Darkstar, and take it afterward.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'll just OBS or Craigbot.
Whichever is fine. I'm happy with either or.
Just to be clear, you're going with planetary. I can scale into whatever else I want him. Okay.
Whatever you want.
All right.
Okay, so like it's basically planetary, and then arrows.
And I can scale into whatever I want.
Planetary arrow can scale anywhere above planetary.
No, anything that isn't planetary, you can scale whatever I want.
Arrow, just do above planetary. Otherwise, that's kind of snaky.
No, it's not. He said it. That's what he said.
Yeah, it was misspeak. Come on, like.
Sorry, I interpreted it as what you said was above planetary.
And then I confirmed with you just now that you said, you know what, Arrow? You can scale into anything. I asked you that 3 times. Infamous just saved your ass. Because I was finna dog. You know what? Let me relax. Sure, I'll take above planetary. And since Infamous just handed you his hand out of perdition, raised you from hell, I got you.
I'm
ready. Let's start.
So we're okay with recording, and we're okay with these judges. Okay, cool.
Absolutely.
So just double checking.
Arrow, murder his ass.
Wait, hold on. Who are the judges? Because I said earlier that I would agree to judge this.
Who was that?
So then he agreed to Demi. That was Demi. Is Infamous
Demi's
fine
cool.
with you? Is Infamous fine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and you say you wanted it recorded and sent to Darkstar.
And Darkstar as well, yeah.
Yep, absolutely. I'm fine with that.
All right. Cool. So first of all, I think that all Naruto. Oh yeah, shit. Whoops, forgot about that.
Okay, I won't be speaking at all in this. I won't be moderating. If there wants to be another moderator, there can be. I just cannot moderate this. I can record it and judge it.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, that's
As
fine.
long
The
as
only thing
Happy
I
doesn't
ask
talk
is
over
that
me, I'll be
you
fine.
mute people who have random outbursts. Yeah, Infamous. The only thing I ask is that you mute people who have random outbursts who are not actually debating.
I shall try. However, I am doing work.
Fuck you, Happy!
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
yeah,
like
that
one of them. Whoever that dude is.
Aero versus.
Okay, the recording has started.
All right, go ahead and tell me why you think that Naruto is planetary.
All right, so the Asutsukis are the strongest of all the different Naruto characters, and as well as Naruto and Sasuke. So the Asutsukis are stated to be alien parasites who have one goal: to devour the life of a planet through.
I didn't hear anything. You just bugged out. You bugged out. I didn't hear what you just said.
All right, I'll repeat. Is this loud enough?
No, it wasn't a loud thing. You lagged out for a second.
Oh shit. Okay, so I don't know. I'll say it again. The Asutsuki and are the most powerful Naruto characters, as well as Naruto and Sasuke. Oh my gosh! If this is gonna keep happening, I'm gonna. What was that? All right. So, to devour the life of a planet through quote annoying gardening is what the Asutsukis do. So they go from planet to planet, repeating the same process. So this would put the Asutsukis at planetary.
Okay.
So I can send a scan to support that if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and disagree with that by saying that even a weaker Otsutsuki like Kaguya is able to create dimensions that contain stars. Are you aware of that?
Not the containing star part, no.
Yeah. So when we see Sasuke appear in that dimension, the desert dimension, I think it is, he shields his hand away from a light source that's above him. I can get that for you.
So, just to double clarify, what's this first panel that you're trying to explain? What's this got to do with that
It
particular
says that
point?
Kaguya creates the dimensions.
And that's what you're implying from the ability Ame no Minaka?
Yeah, it's not an implication. That's what it says on the right in big bold letters.
Can we dispute that first and then go into your other one, or do you want to
Go ahead.
do you want to establish your point?
Oh yeah, you can dispute it first. Go ahead.
Okay, so we know that this particular panel is a fan translation because the databooks 1, 2, and 4 have not been translated. So if we look at the original, and we can, I can't upload anything. What the heck? You do not have permission to send anything in scans anymore. That's what it said to me.
That's odd. I've never heard that before.
Yeah, I never heard that either.
Oh, it
Yeah,
worked. Okay, that was just like a one-off weird thing. I think it was lagging.
Real quick.
So what am I supposed to take from this?
Okay, cool.
Is it sending? I can't actually tell if it's sent or not.
It's sending.
It's
sent. It's sent. Yeah.
That's fucked. Maybe I'm just lagging. Okay, so based on this particular panel, in the actual characters, it states in the underline, Kukan, and it also states Sumugu. So Sumugu doesn't mean create. So whoever translated it the way that it's actually written. So you can use this dictionary, for example, and it says
is it underlined at?
See, I can't actually see what I'm sending. It's just like blank for me. Oh, can you see this one with the red underline?
I can only see the red underline one. Yeah.
Yep. And did you also get the dictionary one that I sent?
Nigger.
Yep. Okay, so the one that you sent. So she says to assemble, to put together.
Yeah. So it's talking about when you read both
And what
the
kanji
main.
is that?
Sorry.
Can I get the
Sumugu.
kanji?
Do you want me to type it in for you?
Yeah, type it in for me.
So this is the kanji. Yeah. Sumugu. This one. It's just underneath the red underline.
Nigger.
Did you post it?
Yeah, I posted in scans that I typed it out, so you could copy it if you wanted.
Thank you.
So if you look at that kanji, that one doesn't mean create. It has a different background meaning. So it's like you're taking things and you're making like threading or assembling. So things that are already existing and making or like reassembling is what that word means. So if you got kukan or sumugu, kukan means space. So it's just taking things that are in an area of space and then reassembling that space. And now this is further supported by the actual panel. If you read that, it's a technique that Kaguya, who owns the Rin Sharingan, uses. In an instant, she can move the world she's in together with other people to a different dimension. So she's not creating dimensions, she's merely teleporting things from one dimension to another. That's what the Ami no Minaka panel is.
Where does this kanji show up? It's the last two at the bottom. What is underlined?
Yes. That's the underlined one is that's kukan. That's the word they use for dimension,
Can I
which
ask you
can
a question?
also mean space. Yep.
Who did you do this yourself?
Which one?
Both, any of them?
No. This is just like a copy out.
Who did these?
So the second one I sent was a dictionary. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm asking who like I speak French. So this is something that you do when you're taking different languages. Words by themselves mean different things when placed into a sentence. Right? Like yade yade is something that Jotaro says, and it's a term for exasperation. But yade yade also means something else when used in a sentence.
And that's why with the dictionary I shared.
Yeah. So if you're taking a single kanji, right, and placing it in this sentence, okay, it could mean to spin wool in this sentence. How do I know it doesn't mean something different in the context of the kanji that they're using? How are you claiming that you know better than these people who genuinely know how to who know what this entire sentence says?
The fan translations also correlate the same.
The fan translations don't correlate the same because the fan translation I sent you does not match what you're saying. So if they match like you're saying, it doesn't match because one says create and yours is saying to spin.
So if you look at the actual panel, like the full explanation, because this is just the title, the creating dimensions as she pleases, whatever. It's very particular patterns that Kishimoto has.
Is a Meno Minaka. The title is a Meno Minaka.
That's the name of the ability, but then there's title descriptions.
That's not a title. What are you talking about? A title description?
Well, if I go through all the different panels, like there's like Tamari is universal,
and then actually,
all this kind of stuff.
Let me show you. Yeah. Also, there's more evidence from that because Obito states that this ability mimics his own eye ability, and it's also stated in Obito's eye ability that he creates the dimension.
So it's using the same thing, right? Which is teleportation. Because if you read the actual explanation of the jutsu,
the explanation of Kamui says that a powerful dojutsu that can transfer everything into the dimension created with the Mangekyo Sharingan. It's not just about teleportation. The dimension was created by the dojutsu, and Obito brings up the fact that this dimension is similar to his own dimension, and it would take more chakra for him to do things in this dimension because it is not his own. So he's therefore saying that it's Kaguya's dimension, and he keeps relating things back to his own dimension, and then it's being stated in one thing that this dojutsu ability creates dimensions, and then Obito draws a parallel to his own dojutsu ability that creates dimensions, right? So the only contention you have is you taking a single kanji out of context versus multiple chapters worth of context. What's actually translated by someone who can actually speak Japanese, who can translate full sentences of Japanese, right? And then you also have to. They're translated the manga. They translated the manga. Yep. I can actually show you manga scan from. Wait. You asked me for evidence.
These two data book panels,
Yes,
were they translated? And can you prove that
I
they?
can go get the translation, and then I can go get you a translation from somebody else to show that the two match up. Because you are trying to discredit someone who actually made this translation because you took a single You know what? It's not even that serious. I'll just go get it.
No, I can send you the kanji for create. Do you want the kanji for create? Because it's not that kanji.
I know what you're. I
So
already
what's the
agree. I
kanji
already
for
said I
create? Do
see
you
what
know?
you're doing.
You said
I've
you speak
already
Japanese.
told you. I did not
Or
say
you knew
that.
someone
What?
that spoke Japanese, right?
I did not say
You
that.
said that the
I
person
did not
that you
say that. I didn't say that.
the person that translated these documents is
Straw
Japanese,
man.
or something is
Straw
what you said,
man.
right?
No, that's not what I said. What are you talking about?
Wait, so
That's
a
not
Japanese
what I
person
said.
didn't translate these?
You think only Japanese people can speak fluent Japanese?
But like I asked you
Tu
to
es
prove that
parle
it was
français,
somebody that
Hapi?
had the
You think, what are you
qualifications
talking
to
about?
actually
And I
translate
said,
that.
I'm gonna go get it. And then you asked me if I said this nigga was Japanese, which I didn't say. So let me go get it and just stop talking, bro. Can you do that?
Yeah, but I still haven't established
Thank
my
you.
point.
Okay, what's your point?
The point is that the kanji for create is skuru, right? And the kanji that they used is not create. It's a different kanji, which is for reassemble. And the only characters interpretations of that kanji is either spin, like make, yarn, or to assemble. So if you want the kanji for create, I'm more than happy to send that real quick. Because
Okay,
in
did
the
you
panel
hear
that you
anything
sent
of what I
yourself,
said previously?
nothing you sent in that panel of Obito in Japanese, because I actually do read Japanese, by the way. It doesn't actually say
Japanese?
create. Yes.
You speak Japanese?
僕は5年間ぐらい日本で住んでいて、日本語を
tu es
学ん
parle
で、大
français,
学で勉
Happy.
強し
Je
て、
suis
日本
parle
語分かっ
français.
てないでしょ
Tu es no. Like, just because you
僕
can
の言っ
say
てる
some
こと分かる
sentences, my
こ
nigga,
れから
does
日
not
本語
mean that
で
you're fluent. All right, someone get Stellar in here. Let's see if this nigga can actually have a conversation with the person who can speak Japanese. Because I
I'll prove
actually
it.
do know a nigga who's Japanese, and I can get this
Do
nigga
you,
in here, right?
do you want
Someone
to know
get
something
Stellar.
else?
Yeah,
I have a
someone call in
translator that
Stellar.
I can get in here.
Happy. I don't care. I want you
Well,
to get.
it does matter.
Stellar.
It matters.
I'm gonna get Stellar in here. And you
Get
can
Stellar
talk. And
in
matter of
here,
fact,
and I will
actually,
prove
go
to
ahead.
Stellar.
Get your translator. Get your translator. I won't get
Is
Stellar in here. Get your
Monkey in here?
translator.
Monkey, where's Monkey? Is Monkey
I'll
in
wait
here?
for him. I'll wait for him. More than willing to wait.
Monkey.
Anybody got a good dinner recipe?
Bro, I swear to fucking God, if I see you the fuck's ear raping, you're never getting the light of day in this fucking server.
Exactly. Shut the f.
Who the fuck was? Oh my God! I wish.
I asked him, and I'll let you know if he replies, because he's offline right now. But
Sure, I'll wait.
do you want to ask Stella as well?
Yep. I'll ask Stella to get in here. He's offline, but I trust that he'll be able to. That he'll be up. Stellar has an awful sleep schedule. The worst, some would say.
I'm trying to edit the permissions to like only let you two guys talk, but fuck me, it's not working.
Please, because it's really annoying.
Bro, listen, I'm trying. The guy who's like speaking has like a fucking perm that like doesn't exist. Like,
In the meantime, I'll send this to Scans. These are just probably the more common ways that you would say create or make or like produce. But I'll send the dictionaries as well, so that way you can actually see that I'm not just saying this. So we're in Rakuzan. Okay, so this is the two different ways you could say create, make, or whatever, which is skuru. So that's pretty much the most common way that people say create. And when we're talking about creating or making or building or whatever it may be, that's probably the most common way that you could Google Translate and it'll probably come up with this kanji too. We can double check that right now if you want.
I much prefer to just have someone who actually speaks the language come and tell me.
I would have asked Monkey to come with me if I hadn't known that you were.
Yeah, like I said, I will wait. Like it's really
He's not
that
online
serious.
though. I don't think he's going to be awake because he's a different time zone.
He's a different time zone. What time zone is he?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Lives in California.
He lives in California, so he's it's 5 o'clock.
Yes, we're on the same time then. It's 5:32 for me.
Yeah, I can wait that long. I'm not impatient. I'm very patient, man. Actually, patience is my middle name. I've been told. That's what my mom tells me. You know, but that's just a rumor.
Yeah, some other people are messaging him to hurry the fuck up as well.
Yeah, I don't need to spam the guy.
That's what we were doing.
Are they debating anymore?
Yeah, he has a guy he's gonna get. Supposedly.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we're adding him right now, but I don't think he's.
Why is it so quiet?
We're just waiting for his
We're
guy to
waiting
come
for
on. He says he got a guy who
waiting
speaks
for
Japanese.
translators.
Ah, the translator. I don't feel like he's gonna come. Incorrect. Ray Voices was dodging Ayako, so I don't know about that.
Bro, he was joking.
I don't
So
know.
I highlighted all the stuff that's important that might help. For example, the word for dimension is actually jigen, but they use kukan. Kukan means space, but even Viz translated it to be time space, not dimension, right? Like the official translation. So we know that whoever was this fan who translated it got dimension wrong because
Viz is notorious for mistranslating things. Their mistranslations, their translation staff is awful. I can get you multiple times where Viz has just cut things out, mistranslated things again and again. So I don't take much weight with the Viz translations. In fact, it's people like Herms and these other translators, and they oftentimes come up with their translations being closer to the fan translations rather than to the real translations. So like I
So,
said, I wanna
yeah.
I don't like Viz, so I wanna wait for a third party, either Stellar or your monkey boy.
Sure.
Monkey
So
guy.
I just wanted to quickly like talk about that as well. With Viz, they translated it multiple times to mean multiple things. So for example, they said Kaguya's domain, time space, shinobi, where the shinobi live, dimension. Those are all the different things they've called her
So also
dimensions.
dimension.
But they all mean dimension, but the kanji that they used was kukan, which is hold up, let me just did I send that one? No, I didn't. Kukan's the second one on the last panel I just sent in the top. So there's like
Is there a copy in space I can get?
Here, I'll just type the kanji in actually. It's a lot easier. So then you can
Yeah, it's a lot
see
easier.
Kukan. All right, so this is the kanji I'm talking about, and it's in the big scan I just sent. It's the second one that talks about space, room, airspace. That's kukan.
That
And
says kuga for me. It means quiet.
oh, whoops! Actually, typed 2 and it turned into a G. My bad. Hold up. There we go. Kukan, yeah. Okay, so that kanji, that's the one I'm talking about. That's the one that's in your Obito panel. It's also in the Ami no Minaka panel, which is the Kaguya's Rin Sharingan panel. It's also in the orb when it talks about the start of a new time space. That's the same kanji they used, even though time wasn't even in there. What else?
Yeah. So what does this have to do with the word create?
So this is I'm just talking about dimension means space, time space, which means domain, which also means like any of those things.
Right. No, I don't care about that. The thing I care about is the word create.
And then so we'll go back to create then.
Yeah.
The space or domains or dimensions or time space, whatever you want to call them, they're all the same thing. But whatever Kaguya is doing with them in this particular panel that you're talking about, the Ami no Minaka panel, is defined by the dictionary as well as the Japanese people to be assemble, not create. Because I also put
Wait. Actually, I looked at it a bit more closely. The word that you're claiming that they're trying to use is to spin, to make yarn, to spin a tale, to assemble, e.g., words, to put together. That's the word you're saying. So you're saying he assembled space.
So he's Kaguya
whoever the fuck.
Yep. So Kaguya is taking what's there this is explained in the English one even. It's a technique that Kaguya, who owns the Rin Sharingan, uses in an instant. She can move the world she's in and then reassemble it somewhere else. Or in other words, the world she's in together with other people to a different dimension. And
so you're saying if she disassembles the entire world and then reassembles it?
No. I'm saying that she can take the space that she's in. So if you actually look at the picture, it's showing the scene where she teleports just people directly near her to one of her many dimensions. That's what the ability is describing. And I've got another panel that I can show
where did these dimensions come from?
So, as I was explaining in my very first point, which is the one goal of the Asutsukis is to go from planet to planet, devouring them. So they do them one planet at a time. And each time they do so, after they've drained the planet, they attempt to turn it into a well, they don't actually drain the planet. They used gardening, which was my first point, in order to make a fruit, and then they eat the fruit, and then they attempt to use the orb on the planet.
What orb?
The truth-seeking expansion orb.
Or okay. The massive. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, let me get the scan.
I'll send the scan. Here we go. So this Kaguya Truth Seeker Orb thing.
Yeah,
is that too small for you?
Part of a new time space. It doesn't say that in mine. It says the Kaguya's Genesis dimension in the scans that I have.
Oh, this is from the official Viz.
Yeah,
Shonen
like I
Jump.
said, I disagree with Viz. Can you give me the original kanji and let's do that again? Let's do the little.
Okay,
kanji
here we go.
trick.
Here we go. This is actually what I was talking about before. They use that Kukan one again, which is dimension. Yeah, we've established
Yeah,
that means dimension.
I don't like the word dimension. Can you get me the actual scan? I want you to show me it. Show
I
me where
did.
it says.
Oh, did it not? Did
Where?
it not pop up or? Can you see it or no? I gave you the Japanese
we're not
roll.
talking about the Japanese. Yeah, I need you to give me the scan. Doesn't work. Do I have to download
I
it?
will take a
Okay.
screenshot and I will send it again.
Okay.
Here we go.
What is
It should
this?
work this time. Does it work
It's a
this time?
virus? Yep.
I don't know what a TIFF is.
So where are you getting create? Like the word I keep asking you about is the word create. Every single time I keep asking you about the word create.
Wait. So you wanted me to explain
this
this?
is the creation of a new time space or a new dimension or whatever the fuck. All right.
Wait, is this in your scan?
In your scan, in my scan, it says the start of a new dimension. Yep.
Yeah. So that's the same as what this Japanese says. It says start of a new space, but we already discussed this. That dimension is interchangeable with time space.
Right. I'm not talking about I'm talking about the word create. Happy. I'm talking about the word create.
But there is no create in this panel. In this panel, it says it's the start of a dimension.
It's the start of a new dimension.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It says Aratana, which is new, and it says
listen,
Kukan no
Happy.
Hajimarita.
I want you to get the person who's a translator, or I want you to get Stellar. I don't want you translating shit off the dome, bro. I don't like you haven't proven to me that you know Japanese. Because if you knew Japanese, you wouldn't even need a fucking translator. I'm not even on that. I'm not on that. But you have whatever. Just get the translator, or I'm gonna wait for Stellar. Those are your two options. You don't get to talk off the dome piece to me, okay? That's all I'm saying.
But that's part of debating. It obviously makes me look better.
Right,
the fact
but
that I'm
I
able to
don't
understand
know
this.
if you speak Japanese. How do I verify that? How do I verify that?
Have him
We
say a
can.
sentence in Japanese.
I already did.
I wouldn't fucking understand it. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know the difference. So I'm saying let's get a translator or a Stellar, because the fact that you can speak Japanese but you have a translator does not add up. No, I don't have an English translator. Okay.
Does anyone here actually speak Japanese besides us?
Who is?
I know
Stop
a
saying
few
that, bro.
Oh, that doesn't help.
Now, you haven't given me anything. All I'm saying is get your translator, or we can wait for Stellar. Like there's so many options. What's up?
No, I was thinking I had messages and recordings of us speaking in Japanese, but there's of the dude that is not here right now. But that won't. I don't know if that will help. Oh, what if I sent you messages from Seth confirming that I can speak Japanese?
I don't know. Sure.
All right,
you can
let's do
speak
that.
and understand Japanese fluently. Because I know you can say a couple sentences. Sure. Absolutely. All day. I don't know if you're fluent in it. I don't know if you can read that.
The only thing he said actually was like that your strong suit is Japanese, but that really count, does it? So
yeah, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm trying to look for stuff that would actually credify what it. Yeah, it doesn't matter how much we're spamming. Don't think he's gonna wake up. How about Stellar? Is Stellar busy?
Stellar hasn't responded. I assume he's asleep for once.
Is Stellar Japanese?
Unless I'm thinking of the wrong person. I could be thinking of Cutie Pie God. But I don't think that I am.
There's no way no one here knows how to speak Japanese.
All these weebs, I know you niggas are capping.
You know, it wouldn't surprise me if
I
no one
wanted,
can because
I wanted to take Japanese in high school, which I'm a freshman right now, but I couldn't. So shit.
Because on TikTok, like
I can
literally
speak
none
it
of the
very
anime
little.
creators
Like
speak
I'm
Japanese.
learning still. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know if that would help because like I'm still learning. So
How far are you into it? Like, are you on Rosetta Stone? Like, let me hear some progress.
let's see. I started taking it around my birthday, which was a month ago.
Oh yeah,
So-
maybe do like a really long sentence if you can, and then or like just like a jiko shokai shite kudasai. Do you know what that is?
Like I said,
self-introduction.
I'm like
Dude, can you do a self-introduction? I'll translate everything you said, and you can tell me if I did it right.
This doesn't prove that you're fluent. He's a month in.
Well, fair enough, but like it's still better than nothing, isn't it? But I don't even know why I have to prove that, like, because I got dictionaries to support what I'm saying.
Right, and I've already told you, I've already explained to you how in French it doesn't work that way. In Japanese, it doesn't work that way. Taking a single sentence out, taking a single word out of a sentence does not. You have to apply the context.
Yeah,
You understand?
But in the conversations I've had with Monkey, he said that that's the proper way to explain it. Because when you
Alright,
look at the
okay, so the monk, I disagree with Monkey fundamentally because when I was taught French, we were told that you can't do that. When translating words, that you can't do. That's why when you put phrases into Google Translate, it comes out funky because there's context to different words and things like that. That's what I like. What you're saying to me. The reason that I do not believe that you fluently speak Japanese is because as someone who can genuinely speak another language, you would not be telling me that taking a single word out and translating it can automatically make it so it means something completely different. You would understand that a word in a context in a different language would not mean the same thing it means when exactly translated and taken out. You wouldn't be telling
I'll
me
address that exact
truthfully.
point. I'll address that point. So I'm actually stating that in the context of the entire panel that even you shared in English, it literally supports what I'm saying, that those kanjis are correctly interpreted to, because whoever translated it, they didn't actually put it in the right context. Because when you read the entire panel, all it's talking about is teleporting people from one space to another. And in the picture itself, I don't know if you've seen this scene before in the films or in anime or in the manga, but this is literally what she's saying. I'll eliminate you here. And so she's teleporting them. I can get up the manga panels.
I don't
She
care about the
takes them.
teleportation. The only thing I care about is the creation and the destruction. Like, you're bringing up all this context and this lore. I don't give a fuck.
No, it
I
matters
don't.
because in this context, it's
I bet
not
you it
talking
doesn't.
about creation. It's talking about taking people from one place or dimension to another. It's not talking about creation.
Okay,
It's
and do you see-
explaining how the ability works because it's about the ability, the Ame no Minaka. And even if you go on like, oh, this is just for you though. Like, I don't usually use Naruto fandom, but if you go on Naruto fandom, like, it literally explains that this is a teleportation jutsu. It takes people from one to another. So that's just for English speakers, I guess. But like it's not that particular side panel bolded word there. It says creating dimensions as she pleases. It's talking about she has the power to take people and put them from one dimension into another as she pleases.
Okay,
and you see
so
her
do
do
you-
that all the time throughout the entire fights of Naruto and Sasuke. She's teleporting in and out all the time.
Okay. So what I said, and just to answer some people just talking in text, when I'm talking about context, I mean the context of a sentence. You fucking smooth brains. So I know so I don't like fucking English. You're stupid as fuck. But anyway, back to you, Happy. So the thing that I'm talking about, right? So when I'm saying, what'd you just say? I honestly forgot. Repeat that again.
I'm just saying that in the context of the full description of that bolded
Yeah.
title,
So like I said, actually back to
it's
what I was saying.
explaining it.
So the thing that you're trying to argue is that it's just a teleportation technique. And I just told you I gave you the further context of Obito equating it to his own technique. And Obito's technique it teleports them into a dimension that he created.
So that's it's explaining again the process of how that teleportation jutsu works, because
No,
it
that's not. But I'm not
explains.
talking about the teleportation. I'm talking about the fact that they created the dimension that they're teleporting them to. That's what I
Yeah,
want you to focus
but
on.
I'm not saying it's creating the dimension. What the word that they meant by create, right, is that they're creating the like they are taking people and they're recreating them in a different dimension. That's pretty much what they're trying to say,
So
because
you're
it's
saying
explaining a
I'm sorry. They're
teleportation.
doing what? They're doing what?
So you know how in science fiction you have rematerialization, or you deassemble people and then they rematerialize somewhere else. That's what space-time ninjutsu is. That's why Kamui and Ami no Minaka and all these teleportation jutsus come under space-time rematerialization assembly type jutsu. And so it's
Where does it
explaining
say that it's a disassemble reassembly? Where does it say that?
in the kanjis that I just pointed out.
No. Where does it say that space-time
Sumugu.
ninjutsu? Yeah. Where does it say that space-time ninjutsu disassembles you and reassembles you? That's what you just said.
That's the panel that we're currently debating.
That
The
you
Ami no
that you
Minaka
just
panel.
posted.
The Japanese.
The Ama no Manaka panel doesn't say
Uh-huh.
anything about them being disassembled and reassembled.
Yeah, it does. In the title thing that you highlighted, that's what the kukan or sumugu means.
It says you said kukan means space.
Uh-huh. And then
So how does
they're
it now mean?
reassembled
Now
in
you're
space.
saying no. What you okay? Where does it say that they got disassembled and reassembled? Where? Underline that
That's
for
what
me.
sumugu. I already did.
No, you
didn't
said
I?
sumugu means space. You said sumugu means space.
No. Look
Yeah.
at the
What is sumugu?
highlights and all the
Post it scans
underlines.
too. Know what? Just
I
post it again for
already
me.
have.
Post it again for me
Okay.
in scans too. I need you to post for me where it says they get
There's-
reassembled and disassembled. I want to see that.
I can tell that you're getting frustrated, but it's because you keep straw manning me. I've
You
clearly
said
highlighted.
I'm gonna mute myself. Go
And-
ahead. Keep talking until
Yeah.
you're done.
So, see this panel I just sent, just to recap. The green underlined in the Japanese on the bottom left says kukan or sumugu. Or means nothing. But kukan means dimensional space, as we discussed. And sumugu, the last two, means assemble. So it's saying that Kaguya can assemble space. So she can assemble what's in a certain space. So that means she could take what's in that space and assemble it, or she could reassemble it, like in a different space. And that's explained in the actual panel because there's not enough space in that the title. So that's why it says it's a technique that Kaguya, who owns the Rin Sharingan, uses. In an instant, she can move the world she's in together with other people to a different dimension. The places she can move to are the dimensions of lava, ice, grid, all this other stuff. 5 dimensions. When she activates it, she uses up a large quantity of chakra. So it's a technique that only she who has enormous power can use. I can't actually see, it's a bit small, but they further explain this even more. She forcibly drags them into a particular dimension. So it's talking about taking people, and you can't just teleport people unless if you're like you disassemble them and you rematerialize somewhere else. So that's what this Ami no Minaka panel is about.
Okay, so why is it that when Kamui is used, a space-time ninjutsu, it tears apart his arm instead of disassembling it and reassembling him in that different dimension?
Yeah, so if you've seen, when he actually uses his ability, the other half of his body is still in the other dimension. And so Kakashi at one point, he gets into the other stuff, the other side of the dimension, and he starts stabbing like his bottom half so that his other half that's in normal
That's not what
dimension.
happened. Did you see the scan that I just posted? Like you hear his arm tearing, like the ligaments breaking. It's not just a assemble, disassemble. Because if it was, there would be no sound of the ligaments being destroyed. It just be assemble and disassemble. If space-time ninjutsu functions in the way that you're describing it, then it would not function in the way that we see in this video right here.
So this is
Kamui, yeah.
This is Mangekyo Sharingan.
That's the Kamui.
But this is the Mangekyo Sharingan.
That's the bro. The Kamui is the Kamui is Kakashi and Obito's technique. That you just said the Kamui function. It's a space-time ninjutsu. So if it's a space-time ninjutsu, it should disassemble and reassemble the space, like you said, right?
Yeah, so I'll give you the example
why
of
doesn't it?
where it goes. No, because they
I
never
want
showed
you
it
to
where the other
address
half
the
is.
point. No, address the point that I just said.
I did. I'll show you.
No, you didn't. You just said it's a Mangekyo Sharingan. That was your ability. So I'm going to ask you the question again. If his arm was getting disassembled and reassembled, why is it that we hear his skin tearing and his shirt is torn? Why isn't it just perfectly disassembled right there?
Because you don't see the other half. And that's what I'm saying. Like in other times he's used Kamui, you can see the two different halves in two different dimensions. And I'll look it up right now.
That's not what I'm happy. The part of the arm that he targeted, you hear the skin tear. It's like, what made that noise? What tore it? What tore if it was being disassembled and reassembled in a different dimension? What tore?
He obviously used it in an attack mode, which is different to the way
That
that
doesn't
he
matter.
can use
No,
it to
you said
safely
that
reassemble.
space-time. What do you mean it doesn't? You said space-time ninjutsu disassembles things and reassembles them in a different dimension. If he disassembled his arm and reassembled it in a different dimension, why did we hear his wound? What was that?
Oh, that's what you misunderstood. See, well, like I literally read word for word the panel. Yeah, because I didn't say that it necessarily means that they every time goes to the other dimension. It like if you read the panel as I stated, she can move the world that she's in together.
That's not what you
with
said.
Other people. No, I read it. I didn't.
You said space-time ninjutsu disassembles and reassembles.
Yeah.
Period. End of sentence.
Yeah, so you could like
so I
disassemble it and leave it at that. And then you could reassemble it in another.
No, you didn't say
no,
could.
that is a straw man.
Said,
because I read the panel.
Wait,
I read the panel the way
Hapi.
it was worded.
Hapi, I'm not talking about what you read off the panel. What you said to me was that Kaguya, or excuse me, you said that space-time ninjutsu disassembles and reassembles in a different dimension. Correct or incorrect?
Incorrect.
Okay, what did you say?
Because like I said, like you took it in isolation in that I like as in you're saying that I meant in one
I'm not saying what you
whole
meant.
clean
I'm quoting
movement.
You. Just say what you said to me. Just say what you said.
So if I was to read the panel clearly to you again,
no,
this
I'm
is
not
what
saying
I'm
you
saying.
read the panel. You said something to me about space-time ninjutsu.
Yeah,
Repeat
but
that's
in explanation of this panel, right? So if I had both the abilities,
all I want you to do is repeat that part.
Listen.
Just repeat that one part.
Please, I'm trying to do that, but you keep cutting me off. Okay, so the same. If you had both of those different abilities, you can choose to use them in whichever way you want. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to do them all in one go. Well, you don't have to like like what do you call it? Dematerialize them, or in other words, take them apart, and then straight after, you don't have to immediately reassemble them. That's up to you. You've got the power to either like take things from a space and forcibly do whatever you want. Like you see her do this, Kaguya, multiple times. You see Obito do this multiple times. Kaguya drags them back and forth in the same space, but she doesn't necessarily teleport them. She's able to arrange what's going on within the space around her, and then she could, if she wanted to, teleport them to somewhere else. That's what the ability. It gives you both the abilities to disassemble, but it also gives you the ability to control the area like in that space, and it also gives you the ability to reassemble them somewhere else. So it's a multifactorial ability. It's not like you have to do it in the same order every time. Like you see Kaguya be very versatile with this ability. She pulls, she pushes, she teleports. Obito's the same. Sometimes he teleports his legs, and sometimes he teleports the top half, and it's all over the place. So yeah, that's what I meant by that.
What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about?
Okay, well I'll look up the scene where he literally teleports half of his.
What you just
top
said
half.
to me, bro, literally did not address what I asked you at all. Like, not even a little bit. I asked you, why the fuck did we hear his arm being torn apart if it's being disassembled? And okay, so what did Kakashi do to his arm when he used the Kamui on it? What did he do? Because if you're saying that he can choose to, if you're saying that he can choose to stop at disassembly, the disassembly we wouldn't hear anything. The space and it would be gone. It'd be sent to it. It'd be sent. I don't know, traveling between the dimensions, stuck between the dimensions, as you're claiming.
Yeah.
So why did we hear
explained
and
that
why did
just
we
now.
hear the cloth tear and why did we see his arm being destroyed?
I think you didn't understand what I said. I said that like
No,
they
I
can
did.
control
Listen, Happy. You
anything
don't
within
have
their
to.
space.
Happy. You do not have to repeat yourself for 5 minutes straight again. I heard you. I heard you. I'm
Yeah, well,
telling
I'll
you.
address the arm thing
So
directly then.
stop speaking what I am speaking. Enough. What I'm trying to tell you is that the things that you're saying don't make sense. You're trying to tell me, right, that this disassembly, it can stop at disassembly. If they're using the disassembly and they're just stopping at it, why did his shirt tear? Why did his arm have the sound effect of it being destroyed? We heard it, Happy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The explanation that you're giving does not make sense. Why did his shirt tear if it was disassembled?
So you're like literally stating that it's impossible for them to just rip off arms using this ability because of
That's
a sound.
not what I said.
But I'm actually saying that it's possible to do so.
You keep
well, you've
saying
shown
that
me this
saying
whole
something.
time about what I'm saying,
And then
you're saying
every
it sounds
time I
stupid.
say that, I said, "Go ahead," because the things that you're saying are stupid, bro. Like, I'm not even trying to be rude, but you're
No,
not. I'm telling you.
I have the
I'm
same
telling
opinion
you,
of yourself.
I'm telling you. Sure, you have the same good schoolyard joke. Do you want me to cry about it? Can we continue talking? I'm not trying to talk
let's
about
go.
you.
Keep going.
I'm talking about your argument. Focus on me, not about the argument. You have one more time to say some shit to me. You have one more time, and then this is over. And then I'm just gonna embarrass you. So
I already explained.
I'm still speaking to you.
Oh, I thought you meant one more time.
Yeah, I'm saying you have one more time to say some shit rude to me, and it's done with. So I need you to stop talking when I'm talking, and I need you to take turns, and I need you to focus on the arguments. The thing that I said about you was that the argument that you're presenting to me is stupid. And I think the same thing about yourself. Don't let those little shits fly off, bro. Like just
Yeah,
let's
I'm
keep
talking about your argument, okay? I'm not talking about you.
You are now. You are now. So like I was saying before, if it's being disassembled, if it's being spatially disassembled, his shirt is not going to be tearing. Do you understand? If he took that space and just removed it, it was no longer there. It's space time. He's manipulating space, right? Why would it tear his shirt?
So
if he disassembled the space, if the space is no longer there, what tore the shirt, Happy? What tore the shirt? That's my question. Yes, what tore the shirt?
Okay. So what tore the shirt? Again, this is not just a spatial manipulation technique. I already explained this before with Kaguya. She can just push people.
That's the
within her
Ameno
own...
Kikajara. We're not talking about the Kamui.
No,
we're talking
but
about the Kamui.
Kamui is the same. They're very
saying
similar.
All space-time ninjutsu function the same.
These two are described in the same way, and even in your own English panel.
I'm on with that. I agree.
So if
Talk to them, niggas, Happy.
So again, with Kamui, you can not only can you control the space around you, so that doesn't mean you have to necessarily take them and put it somewhere else. You can just affect what's in the same dimension. That's what it says in the Aminominaka panel that we just read. As it says here, right? She can move the world she's in. Right. So it's not talking about necessarily. It doesn't always every time have to take them to the other dimension. It could be as simple as moving things within the same dimension, ripping off arms, and then teleporting the rest of it somewhere else. It doesn't necessarily
Right.
mean that, like, you would hear the sound if it ripped first. Because again, she uses this ability to pull people to the left, to the right. This is Kaguya, but then you see Obito, he separates himself, but in a non-harmful manner. Because it depends on the way he uses the ability. He's the one in control of that, so he can, if he wanted to, use it as an attack. And he has done that for other people, including Deidara.
So like I said, so since you agree that they function the same, my support for Kaguya creating her dimension is the Kamui also stating that it creates its own dimensions. So
in Kamui panel.
Yep, in the Kamui panel. So I've presented my argument.
Can I see that Kamui panel again? Because I have a different fan translation, and it says something different.
Yep.
Remember what book you got that from?
Like
Was that
whose fan translation is that?
the main one, Naruto Versity?
Yeah, no, Naruto. What do you mean the main one?
So they're the most popular one.
I've never heard of them, and I've been at this for years.
It's like the first thing that pops up in Google usually.
No, it's not. I've never heard of these niggas, bro. Look in scans too.
For me.
Oh, sure, maybe for niggas in the fucking I don't know where you live. Middle Earth.
It might depend on, like, maybe because actually I've tried sending this. It has like all of the data books translated for free, and people say that it doesn't pop up, and they're mostly American, so maybe that's an American thing. But okay. So this is the you were specifically talking about Kamui, right?
Yep. I just posted the scan. It's in scans too.
So this is page 242 of the data books.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't see your one, by the way. It
It's
just
in
says
scans too.
Oh, scans too? Why are we switching?
I was in scans too the whole time. Or I might
What?
not have been. I'm high as fuck. Who cares?
Okay.
Well, it's in scans too. Doesn't matter. That's where it is. Go look at it. Niggas confuddled by me switching. We're in a different dimension, Naruto. What the fuck?
Okay, so let's read this together if you want. This is page 242 of the fan translation.
Mm-hmm.
Notice it doesn't say create.
Yeah, mine disagrees with it. Wait, where'd you post it?
Into just scans, the same one that we've been doing the whole time.
Oh my god! Why
And
so you looked down to scans too, and then you scrolled back up.
No, I never bothered going in the first place because I don't even know where scans 2 is. Oh, it's all the way down there. Do you want me to send it to? Do you want to do scans 2 now?
A dojutsu that transfers objects into the dimension. Mine includes the kanji on top, so I think mine is more. I like mine better.
Oh no, I have the kanji as well.
Yeah,
like,
mine has
next
the
to it.
kanji like already on it, my nigga. Like you don't have the kanji next to it. Yours is just the blank one.
Yeah, well, your kanji actually contradicts what you say.
Right. That's so.
It doesn't
the
say.
only
It doesn't
thing
say
you've been
create
able
at
to do
all.
is take single. Oh, so what did I just tell you about interrupting me? Don't talk when I'm talking. Like I said, the only thing you've been able to do is take a single word out and then say, without any of the rest of the context of the sentence, this is what it means. So I've already disagreed with you on that. That shit that you're doing, I disagree with it fundamentally. So that's a disagreement. So stop saying we've already been over this, because I've already said I disagree with that shit. So you can go ahead and say, well, I have my contention and I have my contention. I'm telling you that the shit that you're saying to me does not make sense.
So maybe go from this perspective. Can you show and point out in the Japanese context exactly where it says create? Because it doesn't.
Nigga, I can't read Japanese. That's what I'm saying. You already agreed. This person who's translating it, we have two different translations. We both have called for translators. We can't get them, right?
But I've been able to prove to you that the kanji doesn't read as. I did. I showed you the dictionary. That's not me.
Right. You keep going back to that. Happy. You keep going back to that. I've already brought up my contention with that. Understand? Like you keep falling back on that point. It's not a point that you won. It's a point that we disagree on. So if your entire argument is based solely off of that single kanji, I'd suggest shifting something, bro.
No, so what it means is that if we both have a disagreement and we were unable to prove it, then both of these points are null. So nobody created anything.
No, it's not, because I have a preponderance. You know what? If you think that it's null, then we can go to conclusions.
Because on the evidence that I showed too, it directly
Sure,
contradicts what you
sure.
said.
Sure,
And it
sure.
says
Do you
that.
want
By
to
the
go
way, I'm able
conclusions
to
then?
moderate now.
Okay.
Because if you
So
think you've proven yourself, and I think I've proven myself, we can go to conclusions. Right? This could be
so
over.
did you actually look at the one I sent as well?
Yes, I looked at everything, and I'm saying that it's fine. I've presented everything I'd like to present. Do you want to go to conclusions? Hello? Why are you nervous? You think all my
So
arguments are no? Let's go to conclusions. I feel like they're not no. You feel like they're no. I feel like we can be done.
Transfers objects into the conventions and then.
Hello?
Yo, Hapi, will you like answer him?
Sure, we can go into conclusions.
Okay. So why do you think that you won?
Based on the argument that I presented, that creating can not necessarily just mean create the dimension itself, but it can mean that you're creating a connection from one place to another, which would be therefore creating a dimension connection so that you can teleport people from one place to another. Because without that I guess connection, or without that portal, you wouldn't be able to get to that dimension. So that's what they're talking about. They're creating a dimensional teleportation ability, or a way to get through. So based on that point alone, I don't think you necessarily rebutted it yet. The point that we're talking about assembling and reassembling is what the original text was stated to be, and we could get a Japanese person to confirm that later in the recording if you want, that the word wasn't create in the original text, both in Kamui and in Minaka panel. It actually says assemble space somewhere else. So for those reasons, I don't think there was sufficient enough evidence to prove that they create using just these abilities, these dimensions. Because the other thing that I shared was that the orb was proven to be the thing that's the start of a new time space, and you actually agreed that time space means dimension. So if this is the thing that's supposed to be starting new dimensions, then you haven't addressed the reason why they would be using the orb to start new dimensions when they could just use the eye. When the orb was significantly more difficult to achieve, they had to use 1,000 years of prep time. They had to sacrifice Shinobi in order to get the orb, just to start a new dimension. So it doesn't make any sense that they would use such a difficult ability when they could have just used the eye. And I don't think you've addressed that.
Is that your finished conclusion?
Yeah, that's the conclusion.
Okay. Aero, you can go on to your.
So in conclusion, from the get-go, the reminder of the premises is that Happy said that Naruto is planetary. I said that Naruto is above planetary. Happy never provided any evidence for planetary Naruto as far as I remember. Didn't even defend his premise. He also already admitted that it's possible that it means create or dimension, which means that he's already conceding that they could possibly be higher, based on the fact that he's conceding that one interpretation, one translation would literally make it so they're creating planets and stars, which takes more effort than to destroy them. Happy pretty much was never able to give any solid contention. He was only able to take a single word out of the context of a sentence, and then translate it into English. I explained to him how he could do the same thing with yare yare in Japanese and with different words in French. So I showed him, excuse me. I showed him two different languages that don't function like that. Happy proceeded to agree that, yeah, you shouldn't be taking those words out of context because they can mean different things. And then he tried to convince me that some Japanese fella was telling him that the best way to learn Japanese is to just take words and learn them one by one, right? He's gonna learn them one by one and learn to put them all together into a sentence. So he pretty much tried to sell me on the fact that someone genuinely told him he can do this. And coming from someone who not only proved that that's not the case in the debate, I've proven it in not only Japanese but also French, which I can actually speak because I didn't learn the words one by one. In conclusion, Happy never defended his point. Happy was never able to debunk my point. He simply said it's possible that it couldn't be the case, but he wasn't able to debunk the fact that it could be the case. All he said was that it's possible. Happy pretty much spent the whole time trying to prove that some ambiguity to my scans without presenting anything of his own. The only real contention he had was one kanji that he claimed was mistranslated, which he was never able to prove. And that's why I believe I won this debate. I'm done.
Okay, I'll stop the recording there. Hold on. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest, right? I was doing shit in the background, so I'm gonna have to review half of that.
By all means.
But I don't know. From first impressions, it definitely seemed like y'all like spent an absorbent amount of time talking about the fact that y'all would get translators in here, and that Happy didn't really prove he could speak Japanese. He proved that he could say Japanese, and he proved that he like knew what certain kanji meant. Then y'all got into the context shit and what Aeroflame does or does not trust, making it seem like he was leading the debate a lot more than you, Happy. Especially during that section, and especially during like don't fucking talk over me type shit. So I definitely think just from listening, I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. That the domineer of this like this entire debate was definitely Aeroflame.
Listen, I'm not saying you're getting the wrong vibe, but I kinda was. What can I say? Y'all can
Oh yeah,
unmute now,
Happy's
by the way, if
historically
y'all
like.
trying to jump me. So this debate's over. I kept my composure the whole thing. Yeah, smoke me, niggas. Come on, try my shit. Y'all niggas wanna unmute? I see
This
y'all in
debate
text.
was so garbage,
Pussy
bro. I
ass
didn't even
niggas.
listen
Yeah,
to
run
half
my
of it.
shit.
Arrow,
Run
you
my shit.
trash,
Let's
bro.
go. Let's go. Who's that
Yo, Arrow,
musty ass
Arrow,
nigga who
you need help,
decided to
bro.
come
You need.
unmuted to talking about something? Oh, we're gonna smoke the Aero pack. Oh, lame ass, dick riding ass niggas. Let's go.
Yo,
Who wants
Arrow,
it?
Arrow,
Who
Arrow,
wants
Arrow,
it? This
Arrow.
nigga just came and say fucking. What's up, Infamous?
Yo,
Bruh, I
you
didn't
want
even
you want
listen to
to
half of this debate
do
because
the
this shit was
pack on
so
them, bro? You want
boring,
to do
bro.
the
Get out of
pack
here,
on them,
bro.
bro?
Listen, they can't handle these niggas are still
Yo, they want the pack, bro. They wanted the Arrow pack. They about to get it, bro.
Listen, this is my power. Let's go. Y'all niggas, where the happy goons at? Unmute. Say you're smoking the Aero pack. Come smoke it. Come smoke it.
Bro,
Come smoke
this
it.
debate was garbage, bro. I didn't even listen to half of it.
Your mom's garbage. The fuck?
Damn, down bad. I had to embarrass your king, boys. I'm sorry. It is what it is. I'm sorry to say, genuinely. But hopefully this will be a learning
Hey,
experience.
Infamous, I would focus on my opening statement. Arrow never addressed it.
Well,
No,
if you never addressed it and you never brought it back up again, that's also on you.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Like it's on both of you, but like I don't know. Like if it was your point and you never brought it up again, I don't know. It shows on both of you, but kind of on you as well.
Man,
Hate to see it. I can. Very much in belief.
True.
I don't know what to say.
Bro, I literally met Hapi like 3 weeks ago, and like I don't know, he was like semi the god of fodder for a bit, and now he's like debating Aeroflame, and I'm like, yeah, this wasn't gonna go well from the start.
Didn't Happy lose to Seth's girlfriend?
Didn't you
He
lose
did.
to
I
the
heard. He
Kenya?
lost to Susan.
You mean
Yeah.
Seth with the voice changer?
Who? I don't know anyone by that username. I know Susan. Susan the programmer.
Susan the programmer.
True.
No.
Oh, I need to change the permissions back because everyone's muted.
I don't think anyone can do that, right?
I can do that. I can do that.
Wait, y'all gave Infamous admin? Y'all crazy.
Wait, I was
Yeah,
given admin?
Yeah, you're admin somehow.
Oh.
Yeah, you're an admin. What the hell?
Like you literally have
It was
all the
just
power.
for like fixing shit.
Wait, what happened? I went to get food.
I won. You know how it goes.
It was like the worst debate.
What
ever.
happened to Happy? Like,
I
okay, I
Y'all
went
sent
to
him
keep
go
to the
get
data
food.
feeding
This
this
room.
bag of
man
shit's
dubs,
gone.
and then be complaining why he be fucking
I
talking
sent
all
him to
that
the
shit,
data
man.
room.
Y'all keep feeding them dubs, man. I'm tired of this.
I threw him into the abyss.